Hi there, my viewers and subscribers to this channel. How are you doing? Just want to welcome you to another presentation of wise sayings for my young people. Certainly hope you're having a good one. Happy New Year to you. Of course, to this channel, if you find useful the material that I'm presenting, I started to look at the whole matter of appreciating your background and just using this as a catalyst for great achievement and high aspiration. I moved on, of course, to talk about finding a purpose in your own life and being mindful of your associations, because birds of a feather flock together. And I mentioned that it's absolutely important that you choose very carefully those whom you associate yourself with, because it can be nurturing or toxic in terms of whether or not you achieve your goals and your full and your highest potential. I spoke also about setting goals and targets and developing an action plan for your life, because nothing happens by chance in life. You have to be purposeful and deliberate in setting your goals and achieving them. Okay? And then, of course, today I want to focus on the whole matter of taking responsibility for your life. I did mention that I'm kind of just reviewing some of the points that I did outline for my young people in an article I wrote in my magazine when, of course, I completed my doctorate some years ago. Now, the point I make, which I want to just talk about today, is that of taking responsibility for your life. Take responsibility for your life and make informed life choices. Take responsibility for your life and make informed life choices. Now, of course, understand that there are many things that are outside of your control. Many things. For example, we're in the middle of the pandemic now, and issues regarding online learning or face-to-face learning when school reopens, access to supervisors and teachers, resources, etc., etc. Some things are out of your control, that I understand. In terms of following rules and guidelines and boundaries and structures set by your parents, significant others in authority, yes, there are some things that are out of your control. But I'm talking about your attitude, your paradigm, and how you deal with life and the choices and decisions that you make. Okay? Now, regardless of. I understand also that some significant others can be unkind in their comments. I understand that there may be teachers or even parents, other significant others, who may have spoken negatively in your life. People may have told you that you will never amount to anything, or use other words which are frustrating, discouraging, and which have a negative impact on you and your life chances. But I want to suggest to you today that you can take responsibility for your life and say, that was then, this is now. And from this day forward, I am going to take responsibility. Regardless of what others have done, regardless of what I don't have in life, regardless of what I didn't get in life, I'm going to take responsibility now and make a decision, make an informed life choice to move on in a positive, constructive way with my life to achieve great things. That is possible. And that's something, young people, I'm just going to strongly encourage you to take responsibility. Doesn't matter what has happened before. Let's say, for example, in your education, at whatever level you are, let's say at whether secondary school or at university level, you may feel that one of your teachers are not teaching properly. There are ways to deal with that, of course. You have different ways in your institution that you can deal with that if that's the case. But let's take, for example, that you don't feel necessarily supported in your learning. At university level, you're doing your thesis, so you're writing your dissertation and your action research, as the case may be, and you feel that you're not necessarily supported. I believe you can take responsibility. You can ask for help, as the case may be. You can move forward to do online learning. You can go to the library. You can read more. You can study harder. You can ask for help, support those who have been there before, who have gone through the course before. You can get help and support from friends and colleagues etc., etc. There are things you can do. You have to be proactive. This is your life. Okay? And of course, I did mention that there are times, of course, when you need to follow the procedures if there are complaints to be made which are justifiable. There's a place for that. But I'm talking about not using life circumstances as an excuse for achieving. You don't want to do that for not achieving. You want to make sure that you certainly take control. Take control, all right? And avoid risk-taking behaviors. Now, of course, this is linked to your associations, because if you are hanging around people who are taking all kind of risk in whatever area, okay, whether they are using illicit substances or they are just not prioritizing purpose, not prioritizing their progress, not prioritizing your full and highest potential, then of course you have a decision to make. Those are toxic relationships. If people are leading you away from your goals, your vision, your purpose, your potential, then of course you have a decision to make. And you have to, as I mentioned earlier in a previous video, you have to do what we do. And that is what I said before, and that is to exercise what we call proper selfishness. This is your life. 5, 10, 15 years down the road, some of the people you know now who you're calling your friends, you may not even know them. You understand what I'm saying to you? So you need to really stand up for you and look out for your best interest. Of course, you're not better than anybody else. You're not acting as if you're better than anybody else. So we don't want anybody to feel that way. But of course, you have to look out for yourself and make sure that your goals, your visions, and your purposes are on track. All right? And that goes back to what I mentioned previously about setting goals, setting targets, and developing an action plan for your life, exactly what you want to achieve by what stage in life. But of course, all of that within the parameters of flexibility, that just in case something shows up beyond your control, you have the flexibility to adjust and adapt your plans so that you don't develop stress and develop all kind of sickness because you are now too discouraged about not fulfilling your goals. You have to be balanced in life. Okay, there are some things which are completely out of your control, and you have got to face that fact and to live within that. Once again, I want to thank you for joining me for this video, and I just want to wish you well. My name is Philip O'Connor. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and leave a positive comment of encouragement. Okay, take care. See you soon. Bye.